Hi, it's Louise Tanner-Stokes from the Anti-Dieting Revolution, and this week I wanted to talk about how really enjoying your food can help you feel in control of your eating this Christmas. So this is all about eating mindfully. So mindful eating is something that I love teaching because it can really help you to feel in control of your weight and feeling in control of your eating. And it's about really enjoying your food. So what's not to love about that? I think we should really be enjoying our food and not feeling guilty about eating or anything like that. So mindful eating, you might have heard of mindfulness before. So just a quick recap of what mindfulness is. So mindfulness is about living in the moment. It's about being curious. It's about noticing, observing what's going on around you, what's going on inside you, without any kind of judgment, just being aware, being present, being curious, and just living in the moment, really. So mindful eating then is applying that mindfulness to your eating. And like I said, it can help you to enjoy your food better, and this can help you to feel it more in control of your eating as well, which then helps you to feel more in control of your weight too. So I've got 3 tips for you to help you enjoy your food more, to eat more mindfully, and you can use this at Christmas dinner, all the entire time, the entire Christmas period, the next few weeks, or even if you just do one thing, it'll help you make a bit of a difference. But remember, it's all about practice, okay? It's not about trying to do it all perfectly. It's not about doing all of it all of the time. It's about trying to make some kind of change. That's what makes a difference. So the first thing then with mindful eating is ditch the judgment, okay? So it's okay to overdo it occasionally. You really don't need to beat yourself up about how you've eaten. You don't need to think that you're a bad person because of the way that you've eaten. If you think you've blown it, you've failed, you're more likely to then think that you might as well eat more, okay? remember that Christmas is only one day. Even if it ends up being the entire week or the entire month, remember the bigger picture, okay? Give yourself permission to have a little of what you fancy. If you give yourself permission to have the things that you love, to eat the food that you love, you're less likely to overdo it than if you were to say to yourself, I'm not allowed to eat it, okay? So mindful eating is about ditching the judgment. It's about ditching those labels that you have about food and about eating, like you're a good person or a bad person because of what you've eaten, or this food is good or this food is bad. So ditch all of that. That's one of the first things I want you to have a think about. And then the second tip for eating more mindfully this Christmas is to be aware of your eating habits. So like I said, being mindful is about noticing and observing without any of that judgment, but just be mindful of what your plans are. So, if you can, try to keep following a routine with your meals, trying to eat regularly throughout the day. Try and stick to the kind of, whether it's 3 square meals a day or maybe 4 or 5 smaller meals a day, try and stick to the normal routine that you have, and just be aware of the plans that you've got in terms of parties and meals out and having meal or food based plans with friends and family, okay? And try and tune into your appetite as well, and just ask yourself, am I really hungry? Okay. Notice when it's true physical hunger. When it's true physical hunger, you can feel it in your stomach. You can feel it. It's like that gurgling and that rumbling kind of sound. You don't feel it anywhere else. It could be thirst if you feel that kind of gurgling in your stomach. So it's worth having a drink and just checking. But if it's been a few hours, since you last ate, if you feel like you could eat anything and that would help you not feel hungry, then it's more likely to be a hunger. But just tune into your appetite and try and follow your appetite and think about whether you really do need to eat or not, okay? And that can help you to avoid overeating. listening to your appetite, listening to your body really does take practice, but it's all part of being more mindful, being aware of your eating habits, being aware of what you're doing, noticing it without any judgment. And then the last tip then that I've got for you today is really enjoy your food, okay? So this is about taking the time to have food, okay? Rather than eating while you're doing other things, try and pay attention to your meals, pay attention to the food that you're eating. So try and eat when you're, together as a family group or with your friends or whoever you're with, rather than eating in front of the TV or in front of films. Again, it's about doing this most of the time. It doesn't have to be perfect 100% of the time, but try and keep to eating your meals at a table at meal times, so that you can notice what you're eating. You can look at your food, you can eat slowly, you can focus on chewing well, enjoy the different flavours and textures, and all of that helps you to notice when you feel satisfied sooner than if you were, eating quickly while you're watching telly, or eating automatically while you're doing something else, you're watching a film, where you can then end up eating way more than you actually need. And like I said, you're enjoying your food more as well. So it's about feeling satisfied. It's about really enjoying and making the most of meal times and enjoying that food. And it's so much better that way as well. So 3 things to think about then. Ditch the judgment, the labels around food, around eating, around yourself. Be aware of your eating habits and follow your appetite. And then the last one is really enjoy your food. And of course, as ever, if you need more help with this, get in touch. I will put some more information in the comments below, in the information below, or it's in my full blog post. Just get in touch. And the best place to start working with me is with one of my Kickstart Your Anti-Dieting Action Plan sessions. All the information is in the blog post right at the bottom. But just get in touch, and remember, it's time to ditch dieting forever, because you absolutely deserve better. Take care, and I'll see you soon.